Gym Makers presents the Beyond Brilliant broadcast, where we empower ladies and leaders to shine in their brilliant zone. Join your hosts, Dr. Nicole Steele and Dr. DeYonne Parker, as they share their secrets to help you gain clarity, build confidence, and unleash your courage. If you're ready to get connected, gain insight, spark your creativity, be inspired, and embrace your brilliance, grab a pen and a friend, and let's get started. Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond Brilliant broadcast. Yes, you heard it here, honey. This is where we empower ladies and leaders to find their clarity, confidence, and courage to shine all the way in their brilliant zone. I'm Dr. DeYonne Parker, the Courage Catalyst, and I'm that hand on your back that pushes you out of your comfort zone all the way into your courage zone. And I'm joined by my ever fabulous purpose partner. You see her. Go on, girl. Tell them who you are.
I am Dr. Nicole Steele, the confidence coach, and I am that voice in your ear reminding you of who and whose you are. Dr. D, girl, during the last episode of the Beyond Brilliant broadcast, we got a chance to step into, or really to grab your hand and pull you into a space which we are calling the Fabulous 50-ish Club. I know you got a birthday, and probably by the time this airs, you will have already entered into that glorious place that me and the other fabulous women on our show today are in. I know some of our listeners and viewers may not have been with us during the last episode. So why don't you tell them who we have at the virtual table today?
Yes, at the virtual table, you see these beauties on my screen, honey. We've got Dr. Cynthia Harper, we've got Dr. Natoshia Anderson, and Dr. Adura McDaniel. Yes, you heard all of that fabulous and brilliance in this house. Last episode, they were schooling a sister, honey. I asked the question of what to expect crossing over into this area of being 50. And we've got some fabulous wisdom that came back, and really not to regret, right? To really be intentional, understand my purpose, and understand that there's no magical thing that's going to happen. I can still move forward, but I need to make sure that I'm operating in my gifts and talents. Also, understanding that God has more for me. I love how you said it, Dr. Audrey, when you talked about the sunshine, the S-O-N shine. I love that. And also being able to be used that way to be able to bring that to other people right now and being able to embrace. Dr. Audrey, you left us with our jaws dropped. Because you talked about one of the things that happens to us as women when we think about our bodies. And that's probably the one thing that's on lots of our minds is what happens when we do turn this age of 50. What happens? What's going on with this body of ours? And how do we take care of it at this age? So my question back to all of you, as I think about this, surprises that happen to your body, how are you embracing your body? All of those things, right? Confidence in your body. And I'll tell you just first off the bat, for me, I'm curious because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, here's how someone told me, my body right now should be my grandkids' goals. Grandkids goals. So I decided I was gonna, take some pictures of it at this particular stage and memorialize it because I don't know what's about to happen, but I'm gonna embrace where she is right now. So I'd love to turn the conversation over to you all to talk to me about our bodies at this age and what we should be thinking about and how to take care of it.
I think what has come back to me recently is the need to really love it, right? Because we've spent, I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I know that I've spent I'll say the last 20 years, popping out babies and having life changes and, all the things. And that has affected my body. And so sometimes I didn't love it. Sometimes I was doing the exercise, I was doing exercising and I was, doing all the things. And I'm not saying not to do those things. I'm saying you have to love the skin that you're in, right? You have to love the body that you have right now, especially if you're in a situation where you have to love it to sort of leave it. If you see what if you follow where I'm going, if you have health issues and they're saying, hey, you need to lose some weight or you need to get healthy or you need to eat differently, you need to do all the things. Sometimes we have to love things, let it go so that we can move on to our what's next, right? So you got to leave it where it is. You got to love it enough to let it go so you can move into your whatever's next for you. So you can make that transition and you don't regret it. Like you got there, okay, that happened, give yourself grace. God gives us mercy. Keep it moving. Let's move on to this next thing. So we have to love it to let it go.
I love
That's
that.
the thing that I'm embracing.
I love that. Thank you, Dr. Tasha. That's awesome. Love it to leave it. Yes, and yes, I'm willing to do that.
I want to chime in because one of our dear friends who's not on today, but Natalie Mormon. I remember before I entered into the 50th Club, she has always had a health and wellness regimen, which I've always admired. She's in the gym, she's spinning, she's doing all the things. And I remember as I was approaching 50, she said, girl, you got to get it going now because your metabolism is going to be changing. And I was like, yeah, girl. Listen, she was telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And so, stuff that they called me Candy Girl when I was young because I got the sweet tooth. Some of that stuff and then sweets and all that stuff, one day suddenly out of nowhere, it just landed a little bit different in the body a little bit. So so what it required me to do is do exactly what she said. I got on the train a little bit late, but I must say that it's my mission now, and I've been doing pretty good. I still got some work to do, but making health and wellness a lifestyle and incorporating healthy eating and little things. I'm not the gym girl. I go with my girl sometime. I go with Dr. D every now and then. But I am a walker. I love walking. If I can't walk, I have weights in my room and I've learned to and listen, I don't beat myself up. Dr. Tasha talked about the grace.
Yes.
If I can get 10 minutes in of stretching, check. I did better than I did, if I didn't do it. So I think if people, you're really good, Dr. D. You are already out there. You motivate me. You're one of my accountability partners. But I think changes are going to happen. I did not listen. Like I said, lots and lots of changes in the body that came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, I'm menopausal, which we haven't even gotten to talk about. But a combination of that, all of the things, girl. Yeah.
Yes. And one thing you said was be true to thyself. This is what she tells me when we go walking. Because I'm like, can we do one more? Can we do one more? Be true to thyself.
I'm good. Two laps are enough for me. Yeah, I'll call you later.
And I know, and D she be walking all fast. You're like, go on, girl, go on.
You know it, Tosh. I'm like, oh, I need to break. Hold on. Where is the bench?
I can't with y'all. Listen, I know it's getting good, but y'all, we gotta pay some bills. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. Are you feeling paralyzed with panic or overwhelmed with how to switch gears and pivot in your business? In the midst of crisis or change, we're often pushed to think differently, more creatively, and be more courageous in taking smart risks. This can not only put us in an uncomfortable position, but for many, it can cause you to come to a screeching halt.
Instead of becoming discouraged and losing business opportunities, ask yourself these questions. How might I reframe my thinking? How might I explore new ways of doing business? How might I create a new, innovative approach to my problem? How might I pivot like a pro? Gym Makers invites you to schedule your 1-hour consultation today and let us help you put a pivot plan in place to take your business to the next level.
Welcome back, my friends. Now, I hope during the break that you were able to grab a pen and a friend. Now, let's jump right back in.
I love
Dr.
it.
Cynthia, what were you going to add to this?
Well, honestly, because I'm closer to 60 than I am to 50. And God gave us these temples. If you look at most temples have structure. All right. They have certain points at certain places, certain divots, certain things. Temples have structure. A body in motion stays in motion. It is inexcusable to say that I'm in the 50 club and honey, I'm fabulous and I'm fine. No, wait a minute now. It's a temple that God has given you authority over. It must be managed. The structure must be taken care of. Just like Dr. Nicole says, it is change. But if you have, muscle has memory, right? So because I've had a habit over the years of staying in someone's gym, my body still has what you call its shape, its structure. Because of that, because after 50, the metabolism is, that commercial where it says low. Yeah, low. Well, that's what happens after 50. And things just change. But if you have muscle memory, and I'm telling you, as an exhorter, I want to say to women, you are responsible for your temple. Yep. We cannot tell God, oh God, heal me, bless me, keep me, and pray over this food that's full of junk. I've done it. I'm a girl who likes, carbs, which are not good for me. Over 50, maturity sets in. Yep. And you've got to say, okay, this is the body that I have. And I've got to take care of it because I can't be ill or tired or out of shape on the stage if I have to speak tonight, tomorrow night, fly out the next night to LA, stay LA for 6 hours, and then have to turn around and ask my assistant, where are we? Which city are we in? If I'm out of shape. So I'm being honest. Just because we don't like to talk about these temples, they deserve structure. That means you have to create a plan to take care of it. If you go to, recently I went to pray at the monastery, and the monastery is a place of solitude where you go before the Father, and it's like a temple, but they're constantly restoring things. Guys, we've got to constantly restore our bodies. We need them to carry us. If you had COVID like I did, the one thing you will know, your lungs and your internal organs are key to you having a good life.
Yeah.
I don't want all the money in the world if I can't enjoy it because I'm physically not capable of enjoying it. Because like Nicole said, or like everyone has said, these things that happen, you got to keep it moving. But a body in motion stays in motion.
I love that, Dr. Cynthia.
Now, Dr. Cynthia, I thought you said you didn't know nothing about STEM.
Girl, I know a little bit about STEM. I'm an IT background. So I know. I bought
you out here quoting theories and stuff. Okay.
I know a lot about IT, honestly speaking. But the truth of the matter is, IT is for you highly intellectuals. And I thank God for y'all. I love STEM. But truly, I want us to not think, well, you know what? This is my body and that's okay. It's not okay for you not to take care of what God's given you. It's not okay.
Yes.
And I'm struggling. I'm not judging. I'm simply telling you because my metabolism has really slowed down.
Yeah.
And sometimes I look in the mirror and it's like, thank you, God. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, Lordy, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that's the truth. I think part of what you said in essence is that we have to tell ourselves the truth, right?
The truth.
Which can be really hard.
Yes.
If you don't really, you already know what the truth is. And then sometimes when you say it out loud, and you're like, dang, or at least me, I'll be honest. I'd be like, dang, but for me, that's also the kick in the pants I need for like, okay, again, love it or leave it, love it and leave it. Okay, I'm here now. I can't go back, right? I can't rewind. I can't do anything. I'm not gonna live with regret. I'm going to move forward, right? Your body changes. It does.
It does.
And honestly, if we're being true, it sucks.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean,
it does.
This metabolism thing, like D texted me last night, True T, at 9:30. I didn't get it till this morning. You know why? Because I was sleeping.
Talk about it, girl. Talk about it.
Sleep is one of the quadrants.
So
there 4 things that you need to take care of your body. Sleep is like number 1. Water is like number 2.
Mm-hmm.
The intake is like number 3. The intake, how much are you consuming? And then what are you consuming?
Right.
If you don't embrace those 4 things, the older you get, you will have a problem.
Yes, you are absolutely right. It's the intake, what we're putting in our bodies.
Yes.
It really matters. Dr. Adura, I want to hear your voice. Come on into this conversation. Let's talk about it. You brought it up. So tell us.
So first of all, I'm in the Extra Lovely Club, extra large, extra lovely. I got that from Miss Felicia, which I absolutely love. I embrace my extra lovely. And my God, this metabolism, let's talk about the metabolism. I was able to work out for many years until I had a fibroid to paralyze my life for 7 years. So I was the woman with the issue of blood. And so it paralyzed me for 7 years, which kind of stopped me from exercising because of the pain. And then I, of course, had surgery, had it done, and I was thrown into menopause early. Yeah. So I was thrown into menopause in my 40s. And so the hot flashes, which I talk about quite often, I have my 50-ish starter kit that I have. Yes, starter kit.
I'm not even mad. I love this.
I thought I had my reading glasses, which I saw Dr. Cynthia with some earlier.
Oh,
I was amazed that the day I turned 50, I promise you, the day I turned 50, I had to go buy reading glasses. Like I was so thrown off. I was in denial, but I couldn't see nothing. When I tell you I couldn't see nothing. And so between the dollar and let's see, number 1.50 at the dollar store reading glasses. You see me, Nicole? The ones that my mama used to lose and I couldn't understand what was going on. And I bought 20 pairs since then. And every time I turn around, they're missing. So it's all of this little extra stuff. And I'm just like, every day I'm learning something new about being in the 50-ish club. Yeah. And so as far as metabolism, it has slowed down tremendously. I was on a regimen of walking every day. And then when grief hit my life, I was kind of paralyzed. So I've been paralyzed a little bit. I need to make a comeback, but I did enjoy doing 4 miles a day. It's imperative, like Dr. Cynthia said, that we walk every day and get the intake of water that we need. Yes. I believe for me, I do about 1 gallon a day, and 4 miles a day was really changing my life. And so I wanted to get back to the person that I knew I was. I used to work out all the time before I had my surgery. But it was a lot. It's a lot. Your body it's just like, what is going on? I think that's what throws me off every day. Like, you wake up, you could be perfectly fine one night and you wake up and there's this pain that just suddenly comes. And, in my hand, in my knee, I'm just keeping it real, so you just don't know what to expect. But one thing I do know is that when you move this body, like Dr. Cynthia said, I definitely felt the difference when I was going every single day. When you move the body, it moves and it feels much better. Your joints are better. So for me, I know that I need to get back to moving, to be honest. But the 50 club, as far as like the workout, the time that I was able to do things, the length of time that I was able to do things is changing. And so, it's really something special. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And listen, I do believe that God was preparing me prior to getting into the 50 club, because y'all hit that when y'all were 50s. I've been premenopausal for a long time. And so,
Really?
yes, I was early. So I went through the hot flashes and all the things. So I recognize, and this is a tip for anybody out there going through hot flashes. I recognized that it was the meat that I was eating as well that was adding to it. So I did a couple of tests and stopped eating meat. And then I started eating again and it came back. So now I don't eat meat. I do eat fish, but I don't have hot flashes. If I do, I get them like they'll come and go. But I will carry a fan. Now, the other thing that y'all talked about, again, I've been blind all my life. I can't see.
So all your life you had to fight.
All my life.
All my life, I had to fight.
All my life, I had to fight, Dr. Cynthia. These eyes right here, since I was 2, I've been wearing glasses. So welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. So this sister over here got reading glasses on top of contacts. I got my real glasses. Listen. This is real. So just imagine these eyes got worse. And I was like, I literally have been saying I can't see all my life, but now I really can't see.
It's real. I'm telling you, the day I turned 50.
It's for real. It is real. And the thinning of your hair, it's real.
Absolutely.
Contrary to what, my hair is thinner than it's ever been. And I keep my hair crocheted. And though I have hair down my back, it's thin.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Thank
you know
God
what?
for wigs, weaves.
Thank God for wigs, weaves, and waves and everything in between.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, you still got to get up and say, but I got something to do. Thin hair.
And that's the thing. Like when Dr. Adra was saying, I was just like, but we get up, right? We got the aches and the pains, and we were like, Dad, what did I do last night? You ain't do nothing.
That part.
Just 50.
My breasts took on a whole nother community.
Girl, listen.
I could feed Ethiopia with my breasts.
Oh, geez.
Right.
And I'm like, what happened?
I didn't get that problem.
You're just entering in, but I've never been I'm bigger now than I've ever been in my whole life. Breastfed 2 kids. What is this?
And it changes the shape of your body when your breast becomes. But you know what well, not me. But anyway, I said, now God, can we cut and tuck and take some of this loose? Or what do you want me to do? And he said, I need you to trust me, stay in the gym. I don't want you to get There's nothing wrong with doing this. I don't want you to get caught up in what it looks like for you. True. Because it's more to you than what you look like.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the other thing I would say is, like, for me, I'm having to, just so you guys know, I just got out of a boot. I fell up the stairs.
He did.
Oh, baby.
But I just got out of a boot. So, and I'm literally on day 2 of learning how to walk with my own 2 feet on flat ground. 50, y'all. But I am really grateful to be alive, right? To be in my right mind, to be able to do the things, to be able to speak, to be able to live on purpose, to eat well, make choices, all those things. So I wake up every day and you have to almost say, okay, God, I know you got this. Like, I don't get it. Like yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I know you got it.
That's right.
And therefore that means I got it. And we're going to keep this thing moving.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well,
that's grace, y'all. That's grace.
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, when you see a man or a woman fall or struggling, all you can do is offer grace, because but by the grace of God, though you see theirs, they don't know what's inside of your heart and see yours. Everybody I see, I look for God in them, whether they the worst thing I've ever seen or the best. Give folks grace, because I need grace at 59.
Amen.
Yes, grace.
So extend it to yourself as you're extending it to other people.
Come on
as
now.
well.
Right.
Listen, I know it's getting good, but y'all, we got to pay some bills. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. Are you looking to start that new business, create new strategies, or stretch beyond where you are right now? Well, look no further. Gym Makers LLC is a coaching and consulting company committed to empowering ladies, leaders, and little girls. We're committed to providing insight and innovative resources that exceed today's normal standards, and to help you gain the clarity, confidence, and courage you need to shine in your brilliant zone. Through our creative content, coaching, conferences, and brilliant community, we'll help you develop the necessary skills to not only achieve your goals, but to sustain them. If you're ready to go after your big dreams, accomplish your big goals, and soar to the next level, contact the Gym Makers team today and let us help you get there.
Welcome back, my friends. Now, I hope during the break that you were able to grab a pen and a friend. Now, let's jump right back in.
Well, Dr. D, I want to raise my hand and I want to suggest that we do a part 3 on another day, because we haven't even gotten down the list. I want to talk about how you dress a 50-ish body, because some people out here in these streets,
that's a whole show by itself.
That's a whole show. So we have some stuff to talk about. So I think for the sake of time, we will close it out, but we will invite our viewers to stay tuned, because we are going to have these 3 fabulous, brilliant women to come and help us continue this conversation.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We want you to come on back, ladies, because we have not, as Dr. Nicole said, we have not even scratched the surface. We got to talk about our minds, the memory. How about that? Because I'm going up the stairs and can't remember what I was going upstairs for.
I mean, every day.
I want to invite our viewing audience to send in questions as well to our show. If you are in this 50th show, or in this 50th club, 50-ish club, please write us. We want to hear your stories. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear your responses to our questions. Anything that you've learned today, please write in the show. We also want to invite you to our Beyond Brilliant community that we have for women just like you, not just for our 50s, honey. It is for you, all of you. So go on over to our Beyond Brilliant network as well. You can go ahead and check that out and become a member. We can't wait to share more about that as well. So we will leave with this. Be bold.
Be brave. And be brilliant. See you next time.
For more information, show ideas, or to be a guest on our show, please visit www.beyondbrilliantbroadcast.com.